In the world of Korean entertainment, filled with flashing cameras, packed schedules, and immense pressure, there are moments when the smallest gestures leave a far deeper impression than any grand performance on stage. These moments don't always come in the form of grand confessions or sweet statements deliberately shown in public. Sometimes, what makes fans' hearts flutter are the simplest things: a glance caught on camera, a smile that can't be held back, or a joke spoken without any plan. These are what, for years, have made the interactions between two BTS members, Kim Taehyung, V, and Jungkook, something so special and difficult to describe in words. The phenomenon of their interaction even has its own term among ARMY, namely Taikook. This word is not just a combination of their stage names, but has become a symbol of closeness, so genuine that fans often feel like they are witnessing a heartfelt story, not just an ordinary friendship. Many believe that there is something much deeper between Taehyung and Jungkook, something that cannot simply be wrapped up under the label of friendship or work colleagues. What makes Taikook so captivating? The answer lies in a series of moments that, while seemingly simple, always manage to create a warm feeling in the heart. Let's revisit some of the most unforgettable moments that keep their name in constant discussion to this day. One of the most memorable moments was when Jungkook openly admitted that he wasn't the type of person who could easily say, "I love you." That confession reflected Jungkook's tendency to be reserved about his feelings. But what happened afterward surprised and delighted many. Not long after making that confession, Jungkook suddenly praised Taehyung, calling him cute when he was angry, and even sent him a sweet message saying that Taehyung was the best and that he loved him. That simple sentence, spoken with warmth, felt incredibly sincere. What made it even more surprising was that Jungkook said it with a smile, as if he was truly picturing Taehyung in front of him at that very moment. For fans, it wasn't just a joke or a spontaneous tease, but proof that there was something different about their relationship. The words "I love you," which might rarely come out to anyone else, flowed easily when it came to Taehyung. It wasn't only words, but also their gazes that often became clear proof of their connection. There was a moment when Taehyung and Jungkook had to answer questions in public without the other members present. The situation made them both look nervous, even a little awkward. But what caught the most attention was the way they looked at each other before answering. It wasn't an ordinary look. There was shyness, understanding, and something that couldn't be explained just with language. That intense gaze left many speechless. Some fans described it as a language of the heart that required no words. Even though it lasted only a few seconds, the moment felt incredibly deep, making the atmosphere seem to pause. For ARMY who witnessed it, that interaction emphasized that their bond wasn't just that of group members, but something more, a connection so strong and genuine. Another moment that left fans both laughing and touched was when Taehyung was writing a letter to Jin. At that time, Jungkook suddenly came in and, with a slightly annoyed tone, asked, "What about Jungkook?" as if he couldn't stand Taehyung focusing on someone else. Jungkook even referred to himself by his own nickname, something he rarely did on camera. Many believe Jungkook simply wanted Taehyung's attention at that moment. He knew Taehyung was being serious, yet chose to interrupt him just to make him turn his head. It seemed simple, but carried great meaning. Jungkook didn't need a big reason. He just wanted to be present in that moment, making sure he wasn't forgotten when Taehyung was busy thinking of someone else. Even J-Hope, who was there, gave a knowing look, as if he understood that what was happening wasn't just a casual joke. That behavior also showed how natural their interactions were. There was no script, no planning. Everything flowed effortlessly. Jungkook, in his own way, showed that Taehyung's attention mattered deeply to him, even more than maintaining a formal image on camera. But not all Taikook moments came in the form of jokes. There were also times when deeper emotions surfaced. One of those was when Taehyung playfully imitated a female interviewer during a joint interview. All the members laughed, except Jungkook, who clearly showed a jealous or uncomfortable expression. His face was serious, and he didn't even try to hide his reaction. Although the interviewer was friendly to all members, Taehyung chose to joke around by mimicking her, and that seemed to trigger something in Jungkook. His honest reaction surprised many. Jungkook was usually known for being good at hiding his feelings in public. But this time, it was all too real and uncontrollable. That interaction highlighted that their relationship wasn't always just sweet and cheerful, but also carried more complex emotions. There was jealousy, a desire for full attention, and feelings that couldn't easily be explained by logic. And it was precisely this that made Taikook moments feel so real, showing the human side of two idols who are constantly under the spotlight. One of the most frequently discussed moments among fans was when Taehyung sat on Jungkook's lap while on a plane after spending time together in Korea. At first, it seemed like a private moment meant only for them. But since it was captured on camera, it quickly became a hot topic among fans. For many, sitting on someone's lap might not mean much. But in the context of two members of a world-famous group like BTS, it was rare to see. That act showed an extraordinary level of comfort between them. They weren't afraid to display physical closeness, even knowing there was a chance it could be seen by others. A similar thing happened when Taehyung innocently talked about a game he created, called the Pepero game. In this game, two people bite on opposite ends of a chocolate stick until it gets so short that their lips almost touch. When Taehyung revealed the game idea, he smiled shyly, as if realizing he had said something too daring in front of the camera. Jungkook's reaction only fueled fans' suspicions further. Instead of laughing it off or changing the topic, he seemed curious and kept asking questions, as if trying to confirm Taehyung's true intentions. Although Jimin eventually stepped in to change the subject, the moment was more than enough for fans to believe there was something deeper behind that playful remark. Looking closely, every Taikook moment carries its own power to leave a lasting impression. Whether it's a small laugh, a secret glance, or even a brief tension, everything seems to weave into a long story that continues to evolve over time. What makes it even more special is the consistency. Year after year, their interactions follow the same pattern: genuine, spontaneous, and meaningful. There is no over-the-top attempt to create moments, yet they always manage to leave an impression, as if there's an unspoken story behind it all. This is why many fans believe that Taehyung and Jungkook's bond goes beyond ordinary friendship. They are two people who, even in the midst of crowds, always manage to find each other. Even when no words are spoken, their connection is clear enough through body language and facial expressions. In the end, the story of Taekook isn't just about two BTS members with strong chemistry. It's a story of how love, in any form, doesn't always need grand declarations. Sometimes, all it takes is a look, a laugh, or simply being there. Taehyung and Jungkook have shown that a strong bond doesn't need to be flaunted excessively. They don't need 1,000 romantic gestures or fabricated sweet words. It is within the simplicity that their relationship feels the most real. For ARMY all around the world, Taekook is proof that a genuine connection can be felt even just through a screen. They've created moments that will live on, not only in the memories of fans, but also in the hearts of everyone who believes that true love doesn't always need a long explanation. Because in the end, as they've shown time and time again, sometimes love, in any form, can be fully understood through a single glance and remembered forever through a single smile.